Boomer. Come on, man.
He had to go.
Unbelievable.
That thing looks like it's about to turn to dust. Look at that.
I think whoever parked these headers that close to each other should get an award. It's pretty impressive. But we got both of the headers strapped down, and I don't know which one is the new one. I'm gonna say this one behind me is the new one, because I'm pretty sure Mom's header last year didn't have yellow ends right here, or poly ends, which it looks like they just snap on. I guess that's for wear whenever your snoots are rubbing the ground. This header is a new to us corn header. This is the header that Mom ran last year. But we're picking it up from the John Deere dealership today, and I think Dad wants to hook on to this new header and kind of run it and see if it runs fine. John Deere went through all of it a couple of weeks ago, so hopefully everything is good to go. I don't think we're gonna be shelling any corn anytime soon, because yesterday the farmer said that it was gonna be probably Friday or so before we try it. Is today Wednesday?
Yes.
Today's Wednesday, so not tomorrow, but maybe the next day. I don't know. We'll have to see. Well, we ended up pulling Mom's header over here. I think Dad wanted to run it, not the new to us header, so kind of got that mixed up, which is nothing new around here. I never know the plan of anything, but I think we're gonna hook onto it and run it for a little bit, because John Deere put some new stuff on it, so gotta make sure it works. Compared to the Drapers, this thing looks absolutely tiny. I thought for a second that Mom didn't have row sense. I was gonna start to laugh, but now she has row sense, so I can't laugh anymore. Last year, Mom got the header that had row sense, so she rubbed it in my face. And it would have been awesome if this year her row sense didn't work. But I'm gonna open up my extensions, and we're gonna run this header and see if it runs smoothly. Dad's pickup windows are open, and she kicked the separator on, filled the pickup full of dirt. He's super impressed. Right now we're going through the gears. We have a 5-speed feeder house. We can swap gears and kind of speed up and slow down the corn header, which is extremely nice. Most of the time we run in first or second, I believe. I'd have to look back on the YouTube videos from last year to see what gear we were running in. So do you like soybean harvest or corn harvest better?
Corn.
Corn? See, I like soybeans better.
I like soybeans because you can, just angle, like you don't have to be on a row, so we cut it, angled. But I don't like, whenever we do the churn rows, if you have that one row that's still going the wrong way, and you get to the end and it just stops the sickle.
Yeah,
I don't
plugs
like
the sickle.
that at all.
I don't like corn harvest because you have to stay on the row. I don't like that. I like anything with a draper because you can go sideways across the row. You can go.
Yeah, I mean, I like that. I guess there's pros and cons, but there's something like that's mesmerizing about that stalk just like twisting and like jerking to the ground.
I like Wheat Harvest the best.
Wheat is definitely
just because
the best.
it's the most easy going crop.
But I like Milo and you don't, so.
Well, I don't like that Milo's itchy. I like Milo Harvest whenever it's running smoothly.
Milo doesn't bother me.
And I also don't like it when Milo's on the ground.
I don't like
That's
it when it's
terrible.
on the ground. If it's standing and you can cut it high, and then
Yeah,
I love
I
it.
agree with that. I guess Dad's happy with the corn header because he's putting it back in transport mode. Or at least I think that's what he's doing. Mom's fan bearing sounds weird. And it acts like there's a vibration.
I think we ought to put fan bearings in it.
Nothing is preventative maintenance anymore. Just slows down the breakdowns. Watch for the separator hours that's on this combine. Wouldn't surprise me. Put some fan bearings in. Probably wouldn't hurt either. We got the header pulled off, and I think I'm gonna go nose the combine up to the shed right here. And I think Dad wants to take apart that fan bearing and see what's going on with that, if we need a new one or just what is going on with it, because we're really unsure of what's wrong with it. I've never took a fan bearing apart, so this is going to be an experience for me. It's always a good fuzzy feeling whenever you think that you're ready for corn harvest and then you start tearing into the combine. Gotta love it.
Is it in the plane, the bearing, or the shaft? Bearing. So I might as well get this belt out of here.
Yeah, if you have that off anyways.
You hear it, it's rough. It's got in play. Just traded on the X9.
Yeah, S7 900.
Craig tightened that one day with the impact, just twisted that off in the field. Oh my God, talk about fun. Get that dug out of that shaft. I'm gonna need a puller of some kind. You don't want that binding up. Did you get that on camera? Because I promise you everybody's gonna be like, you lucky dog. See?
It's all the way back in.
There's no way that'll ever grease unless it has enough room to get by that. You know what I mean? That's all we can pray for.
We're gonna skip a little bit. We redid the bearing on this side as well as this side, and we also redid the throwout bearing as well as both fan belts. So I guess the belt that drives the fan as well as the fan belt that kind of speeds up and slows down the fan. So we got everything put back together, and we're gonna turn it on and see if it explodes or not. Yeah, that's a lot better. The fan is currently trying to speed up. It's amazing how fast that fan runs. Like, I can hear it back there just ramping up. Everything runs smoothly, and it doesn't have that weird humming noise that we were hearing, so that's good. So it was a successful repair. We're gonna close the bins up, and I think that's it for the day. By the way, all the settings that you were looking at, we're not too sure if that's the settings that we're gonna be running for corn. Every year is different, every variety is different, so we'll just have to see. Man, does it feel good to be back in the #1 combine. Well, we're taking my corn header and my combine to the main headquarters, where we hope to be starting to pick some corn today. We're not too sure what the moisture is going to be, but at least we're going to dabble off in it and get an idea of what it might be. Dad's giving me the typical dad hand signals, the ones that you don't know what the heck he's talking about. Whatever that means.
Can we just close that bottom side a little bit? I did notice, like, say you're doing your turn rows and then you find the little where you can get on your actual rows. If you find that and you set your line, but then you row sets around the outside edge, it will move that line. So they'll think that you can just snap back into it and be back on your rows.
Well, that's kind of what the sample is looking like for right now. I think it's doing an amazing job. Combine is saying the moisture is 15%. They want it under 20, but I don't know if the combine is right. So I think we're gonna run a sample and see what the elevator says. But I just picked off 24 rows here for probably 400 feet, so. But anyways, we're gonna run a sample and see what the moisture is, and then we'll come back. Well, Mom and Cody are over here helping me because the other farmer that they worked for, his corn isn't ready. So rather than Mom just sitting there waiting for the corn to get ready, she's about a mile away from me, so might as well come over here and start helping me.
What is your rotor on?
390.
You said take it down 10 to 20, we're cracking some, so put mine on 370. Did you put your fan on?
1150. But we're still kind of fine tuning these combines, so the settings are kind of iffy. We're working on it though. But the sample, I pretty much got that dialed in. Now we just have to focus on a little bit of losses that we're having. So far, everything's going smoothly right now. We've picked about 20 acres so far, and I've already accumulated a bunch of leaves on the feeder house. I need one of those tarps that hook to your steps right here and then hook to your header, or they might hook to your feeder house. Either way. Some people have like tarps in the front, keeps all the residue off the feeder house. I think it kind of looks silly, but it does keep your feeder house clean. So if you're new this year and you didn't watch last year's corn harvest, you're probably wondering who the 2 extra grain carts are. So right now the guy who is in the Case tractor and the Parker grain cart, that is Frank. And if you're wondering who is in the 8430 with the 1150 J&M cart, that's Tim. Tim and Frank both work for the farmer, and both of those grain carts are the farmer's grain carts. So for this particular job, the farmer asked for 1 combine and 2 headers, and he'll supply fuel, tools, and grain carts. Obviously, with Mom running with us, we have another grain cart and trucks and all of that. But that's why Mom can go do another job while I can do this one, because they really just wanted 1 combine. But if there's 2 available, then we're allowed to run 2. Well, it is now 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and so far it's been pretty good. The only problem that we've been running into is what is called gooseneck corn. Gooseneck corn is pretty self-explanatory. The corn looks like a goose's neck, or it's kind of bent over, which is normally caused by wind damage. And pretty much the only thing that really changes for us is we have to peel the ground. That way that snoot down there kind of gets under the gooseneck and flips it back up into the header. Right at the base, rather than the stalk going straight up, it kind of goes up and then over real harsh and then goes up. So if you don't have your snoot low enough, it doesn't pick it up and it goes over it. In this case, the corn is going around the header and it doesn't pick it up on the ends. Well, it is officially golden hour. And you can really see how dirty my window is. So whenever we get to the end, we're probably gonna have to clean that before the sun goes down. Otherwise I won't be able to see anything. Especially my mirror. I mean, you can't see anything out of that. That is so bad. In case you were wondering, it instantly got back on my windows and mirrors. Well, there's a north section of this field and a south section. The south section has, let me see, 1, 2, 3 different varieties in it, and the north section has 2 other varieties in it. So this one field has 5 different varieties of corn, and I'm trying to keep track of what each variety yields and what's the moisture and all of that. And he thinks on the south side of this field, majority of this corn is going to be too wet. But we're trying to knock out the east side of the field's turn rows. That way we can get on these long rows and kind of see the moisture. We're just going to see what the moisture is on this corn and see if we need to move the auger out of this bin or if we need to move that auger to the next field for tomorrow. Because if this is wet, then we're obviously going to move fields to the next one, and we need to take that auger. I think we're going to take the auger. If not, then we're going to have to set up another auger at the other field. They actually could have 2 augers. I really don't know. Either way, though, they're going to take down the auger that we've been using all day and store it away, and we're going to have to go set up the other field's auger in the morning.
Yeah, 15 and a half, anywhere from 13 and a half to 15 and a half.
Seems dry.
I think Frank's headed over there, so y'all probably load him and just quit.
Well, we're finally finished for the night, which is good because I'm starving. And Tessa has spaghetti back at the camper. Also, speaking of Tessa, if you're wondering where she's been at the camper. She said that she wanted to cook for everyone tonight. But anyways, that consists of our very first day of corn harvest, and it went pretty good. Other than me wanting to go out there and start punching every single corn stalk, but you know, what's corn harvest without getting mad at rows of corn? Anyways, I think that's going to be it for today's video. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Thank y'all for watching, and I'll see y'all on the next one.